Jingle bells, Batman smell.
Now.
Jingle bells, Batman smells. Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost a wheel and the Joker got away. Dashing through the roof on a one-horse open tree. Oh, the fields I go, laughing all the way. And welcome to Final Cuts Talk, Christmas special.
Do I even need to say anything else?
Well, I mean, we've got guests. You should probably welcome the guests. Be yes. Very courteous. You know, those things.
Special guests. So yes, we have Brianna from Work It, which I believe Sabrina Carpenter was in. We have the two girls from Wildfire, who are beyond some of the most talented ladies I've ever heard, and we're still waiting on Tina Louise Owens, who has done literally everything in British TV. We're not quite sure what's going on yet, but she'll be on in a bit. This is kind of like an open door policy where if people have to go, they can go, or they can come straight in whenever they want. So today's topic is kind of like what 2020 has been for us, our favourite movies or TV series, because there has been a lot out. And the topic today is, what are our favourite Christmas movies? I'm not going to say what's the favourite Christmas movie, because I have too many to name. So we'll just go like that. There's no news today because obviously we have guests and it would take forever to go through it. So who wants to go first with what they've been watching and what's been their favourite TV show of 2020?
I think that my favorite TV show this year has probably been Tiny Pretty Things on Netflix. I'm obsessed with it right now. What about you? I don't know. I would say probably The Vampire Diaries. I've loved that show forever, and I just rewatched it a lot. Maybe Gilmore Girls, but yeah. And then as far as like Christmas movies, probably Christmas Vacation. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Always a classic. Or Christmas Story.
Yeah, I just finished watching The Undoing. That was unreal. Such a good series. And then I think like a funny comedy like series that I love to watch is Friends. It's such a good like feel good type of sitcom that I can watch literally every single day. In terms of Christmas movies, my favorites are definitely Home Alone, the first one, and then Elf. Like I can watch Elf on repeat. It's my favorite.
Now usually here I would bring out my friend's mug, but I've got a very nice Christmassy cup here, as you can see. So I am literally gone all Christmas mode now. I've actually watched more TV series than movies, I'll be brutally honest. Every Star Wars fan has watched Mandalorian, and I will admit that season 2 has upped it on so many levels. Obviously, I won't spoil too much for those who haven't watched it, but last episode was so emotional. I remember not having watched it. I went on Twitter seeing what was going on, and everyone's so emotional with the comments like, "Oh, Grogu!" I'm kind of like, "Oh my god, do I really want to watch this?" So I watched it, and one of my friends who I game with, he actually hadn't watched it yet, so I said, before you watch it, you're going to need a box of tissues. And he actually came on last night, and I said, and he says, I thought you were going to spoil it. I thought something bad happened. I'm like, no, I just said you needed tissues. Why would I be spoiling it for you? It's just a little warning. That's all it is. So yeah, there's been that. I mean, Christmas movies wise, I have been watching California Christmas, which I actually interviewed one of the cast members of it this week, and Lauren, one of the main stars, a couple of weeks ago. Both absolutely lovely. The movie is top notch. It is actually, at the time I did the interview, it was actually number one movie on Netflix. I don't know if it still is because I haven't looked, but it is.
It's close. It's up there.
It's one of the best Christmas movies that I've seen in a long time. But you can't really say Christmas movies without say Die Hard. I'll not go as far as say Die Hard 2 because it just pales in comparison to Die Hard. Christmas Chronicles is actually quite good with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. I saw the second one, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. Is absolutely good. Obviously, there's Home Alone and 2, which you can't really argue with.
There's one thing that we can argue about it, but
we always argue about something in our little,
It's true.
our little posse.
But I'm not saying anything.
Oh, is this to do with what we've got coming up next year?
Yep.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. Just
No.
like me and Fraser are not going into the Evil Dead debate when he comes along.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so there's going to be some controversy next
Yeah.
year, ladies, because I'm facing a war on two fronts. One about who's the best wrestler out of Undertaker and Shawn Michaels,
Where he will lose.
which I will not. And I'm fighting one with Fraser because he doesn't think Evil Dead, the newest one with Fede Alvarez, one he did, he doesn't think that's as good as the original, whereas I actually think that was as good, better than the original. So I'm facing a war on two fronts in 2021, which I'm not really looking forward to.
He has put off our war until later on in 2021 because he's running scared. Anyway,
Yes, moving on, Daniel.
as for me, 2020 Christmas movies, I've got to go with my classic, my Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah.
If anyone has seen Final Cut from like first week of December when we did the Christmas debate where Fraser lost terribly, Jim Carrey Grinch is my absolute favorite Christmas movie. You can't go wrong with A Christmas Carol, any version of it. Elf is also really, really good. I will refrain from going Santa. I know him. He's right there. You can see him right now. As for TV shows, you can't go wrong with classic era Simpsons. In quarantine, it kept me sane. Aside from that, you've got to love Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I finally got into it, and yeah. Let's just say I'm not going to spoil anything, but that finale, yeah.
It flings at you the heartstrings.
Yes, it does. Aside from that, you can't go wrong with Home Alone 1. You can't go wrong with Die Hard, the original Die Hard.
No.
And I think that's actually pretty well it for me, at least recently. Oh, the South Park Pandemic Special. Dee knows why I'm biased towards South Park, but
yes, I do.
It is absolutely, like, if you ever wanted to laugh about the situation we're in, watch that. Trey Parker and Matt Stone outdid themselves. That's all I will say.
All right, then shall we have a democracy about what we think is the best Christmas movie? So it's kind of like the one movie we can sort of have all on our list that we can all agree on. So I'll put 3 forward. So then if everyone does that, we can sort of go from a verdict from there. So I'll put forward Die Hard, Home Alone, the original one, and I'll say California Christmas as well, just because we've got something current and something that's out there right now. So Die Hard, Home Alone, and California Christmas for me.
I will put up Jim Carrey Grinch.
Of course.
I will also put up Home Alone because Home Alone is beautiful. And the other one I'm going to put up, which I haven't got to watching this year, but it is tremendous, Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, forgot about that one. But yeah, I entirely agree.
I'm going to have to say Elf, Home Alone, the original, and then The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would say...
Sorry, I'll carry on before I tell the story about why. In fact, I'll let Nathan tell that story, actually. So carry on, ladies.
I would probably say Elf is definitely such a classic, so I'm going to go with that, and then the original Home Alone.
It is getting close, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, I think Home Alone, because we've all put it up.
We've all put Home Alone up. So that's probably the shortest debate in the history of the world. So in the shortest debate, we basically all said that Home Alone is the ultimate Christmas movie. Right.
No, there were others, though, if we really wanted to get into this. The Grinch had 2 votes.
Yes, it did.
Elf had 2 votes.
It did.
We can go there. What is the companion piece to having Macaulay Culkin in his greatest and best role? Is it going to be Jim Carrey or is it going to be Will Ferrell? What screams Christmas more?
To be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Will Ferrell fan, and I'm probably going to sound a bit biased when I say this, but I still miss Jim Carrey at his wackiness when he made that. So if it was going to be a democracy, I would put one vote for. This kind of feels like X Factor, doesn't it?
Yes.
Kind of like voting on elimination.
Yeah, I wish we had just the Survivor Tribal Council music playing at the.
What we need now is 2 spotlights. We need, well, in my case, we need
Mhm.
Anton Deck up on the thing. I mean, obviously it's different for different countries, but mine would be Anton Deck, and then I need a spotlight and the tension of the music goes dun 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 dun, dun, dun like that. So,
Yeah.
so we have one vote for the Grinch.
Mm,
You're going to vote for Grinch, obviously, Nathaniel.
I will vote the Grinch.
Five ladies, the choice is yours.
I would say Elf just because I like Will Ferrell. I feel like Jim Carrey's really funny, but he kind of does the same character every time. So probably, yeah, Will Ferrell, Elf.
You do know that there's 2 of you, so you get 2 separate votes.
Oh,
Yeah, I would say Will Ferrell's really funny, but I don't agree with what she said about Jim Carrey. I think
Thank you.
I think
Let's go, Jim.
No, I do. I just think he does the same thing in most of his movies.
we watch a ton of Jim Carrey movies at our house. Our dad's like, he loves Jim Carrey.
Just excuse me while I admit Kuntu Khan into our little meeting that we're having. Patrick,
Hey, how are you?
how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm not bad. I had some dental surgery, so I'm a bit
Bless you.
puffy on the side.
Ladies, gentlemen, this is Patrick, who, well, me and Nathan will know this. He played and voiced Kuntu Khan in the PS4/5 game Ghost of Tsushima. I did pronounce that
tremendous
right,
work,
didn't
by the
I?
way.
I had some trouble with it when we did our interview.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I couldn't pronounce the first bit right. The second bit's not a problem. I believe
You couldn't pronounce ghost?
No,
no, I think it was the word of.
yeah, it was off. It was definitely Ghost of Tsushima I had trouble with. But seriously, it was a bit of a hard name. I mean, I even tried practicing it after we finished, and I still couldn't get the hang of it.
Okay. He was on the podcast. We couldn't start for about 20 minutes once because he had to get Ghost of Tsushima right.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I still have a hard time with it. I don't know if it's Tsushima or sushi or whatever it is. I'm all swollen still. Jeez.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Right, so we were kind of like having a tie break about what's the, well, it was the second best Christmas movie out of Elf and
Jim Carrey Grinch.
Carrey's The Grinch. I believe we had 3 for The Grinch. We had 1 for
One for Elf.
So since you're the guest that's come back, that's just literally come in. What's your preferred Christmas movie out of The Grinch and Elf?
I gotta go Elf, just because my niece made me watch Elf every year, so I'd have to go Elf.
Ooh.
The original, the cartoon Grinch is one of the best of all time, though. But if you're talking about between those 2, I'm gonna go Elf.
Oh, Ivan Biana, no pressure there.
I
Are you going to tie it up, or are you going to make The Grinch our second favorite Christmas movie and make Nathan very happy indeed?
Yes.
I'm gonna say The Grinch as Jim Carrey.
Yes!
That's like an OG for me.
Oh, thank God. Oh, okay.
So the Christmas special has definitely we have decreed that Nathan's favorite Christmas movie is also our Christmas movie.
Oh, thank God.
You know what Fraser would say if he was?
I don't care what Fraser would say. Fraser's not here, man.
That was the best Christmas movie ever.
Oh,
I should
Which
point
one?
out, ladies and gents, that we had a Halloween recommendation one in October. First words out of Fraser's mouth was Adam Sandler in, what is it, Hubie Halloween, was it? It was kind of like trying to make an argument of why Netflix is better than Amazon. And the one thing you do not do is start off with Adam Sandler. It's almost like strangling a cat before it can even be strangled.
So that was actually the first one I've ever did with you guys. And as soon as Fraser said Adam Sandler, I'm like, okay, sweet. I can coast. I could do whatever. I pretty well know Dean is going to win at this point because Adam Sandler, as great as he is, his movies on Netflix, at least,
He's not
especially
great.
Hubie Halloween, as great as he is,
He's not great.
which is subjective, very subjective. But anyway, I just thought to myself, "Oh, sweet, I can coast. This is wonderful," and I would like to personally thank Fraser for making my job as unbiased mediator for that very, very easy.
That's the best thing about Fraser. He makes life easier for Nathan
He-
when he's supposed to make it harder.
He really does. And the best part is he thinks he's making it harder. But I digress.
I know we're taking the mickey out of him a little bit because he's not here, but honestly, our debates are some of the best. And I must admit, he did up his game for Christmas one because I must admit, even I was worried.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's two Grinches, and you did actually say this to me before.
Yes.
If
Don't
he
pick.
picks the wrong Grinch.
If he picks Cumberbatch, no, that is not the Grinch to me.
And what was one of the movies he picked?
He picked Cumberbatch,
He did.
and I thought to myself, okay, I'm holding in a rant here, and
He was as well.
and I'm just like thinking, I'm like the original Grinch, absolutely, absolute classic. Jim Carrey Grinch has been in my life since it came out. Every year, it's been the one Christmas movie I can watch from 8 to now 29 and still get every bit of joy I got out of it as an 8-year-old. And as I grow and evolve, just seeing some of the jokes that originally went over my head and seeing the commercialism of the movie and thinking to myself, it'll never be like that. And then just look at even a few years ago, holy crap. Ron Howard, you were ahead of your time, my friend.
All right, Patrick, since you've just joined us, and what we did beforehand, we actually went over our favourite Christmas movies. So obviously, Elf is one of yours. So have you got any other favourite Christmas movies?
Well, I like the old classic stuff, like the original Grinch animation, Frosty the Snowman animation, and the original Christmas Carol. And then, of course, I like the second Die Hard. Not the first Die Hard, the second Die Hard, because there's snow.
Oh!
Yeah, we kind of had that already, where a few of us, like, I actually think Die Hard is better than Die Hard 2.
I think Die Hard 2 is a better Christmas movie because there's snow. That's the only reason I'd say it's a better Christmas movie.
All right, then, since you brought that up, and
there's a new movie called Christmas Chronicles 2, which I really love because
I absolutely love
see
it.
me in it. So that's the reason I like that one.
Yeah, he is actually in it.
So,
to be honest with you, I don't really think there's anything done in America or Canada that this man has not done.
I didn't do the dancing.
Yeah, it literally, I think it feels like you've literally been in everything.
Well, it's one of those years I've been fortunate.
Oh yeah. Now I know I wasn't really going to bring this up, but since it's Christmas time, I feel it's appropriate. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
I think so. I think both of them are, the first two.
All right. This is for everyone, by the way. Why does Bruce Willis say it's not? Even though, and I must admit, I have watched it a while ago because it's set on Christmas Eve. There's a Christmas tree there. You've got Run DMC singing Christmas with Hollis, I think it's called. And even Bruce Willis himself at the end says Merry Christmas, Argyle. So how can Die Hard not be a Christmas movie when the lead star is actually saying Merry Christmas? I don't know if anyone can answer that question because I just genuinely can't.
Because there's gratuitous violence and lots of people die, and it's not really the Christmas spirit, I suppose.
But Alan Rickman's in it.
Have you ever been out on Black Friday? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, to be fair, Black Friday is a lot worse. It really is. Sometimes it feels like Black Friday never just literally goes on and on.
Why is there a Black Friday anywhere that's not America, though? I don't understand that. I mean, that Black Friday is supposed to be after American Thanksgiving, so why is there a Black Friday anywhere else other than to make money?
I guess you could say it's caught on in so many ways. Because, I mean, we never used to have Black Friday, but...
Neither did we.
Just something that catches on. I mean, I'm definitely not going to object to it being over here because I've got some light bargains from it. What do we think? Yeah, exactly. What do we think to what do our ladies think? Are they in full agreement with us? Ladies?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Ivan, ladies, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
I mean, it's subjective to everyone, I guess, because some people probably don't want to see like violence around Christmas. So I could see why people don't want to categorize it as a Christmas movie. But since it is set on Christmas Eve, I mean, to me, it's a Christmas movie. I don't know.
I entirely agree.
I agree.
Me too.
Just bear with me a minute. I've got 2 more coming in. Like I said, it's open door, so they come in.
As for me, like I already said, gratuitous violence, sure. Have you seen Black Friday? Have you seen Boxing Day? It's an unfortunate part of an otherwise fantastic holiday. But yes, absolutely, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Are our other guests coming in? Can they hear me?
Yes, hello.
Hey, Becca, how you doing?
Hi, how's it going?
Not too bad, not too bad. Everyone, this is Rebecca. Hi, Anna, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Everyone, Mrs. Anna, there's Rebecca, and there's Megan.
Hi.
Is Megan there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let everyone know that this lady's name is actually Megan Serena Trainer, but don't actually confuse with Megan
No.
Trainer, because
Yeah.
when I actually emailed her, she actually emailed me back and said, "Do you actually mean me, or do you mean Megan Trainer, the singer?" And I was like, "No. I meant you. I did not mean Megan Trainer."
Oh, the amount of times that it happens. Wild.
It is a bit ridiculous sometimes. But then again, we were just discussing. Actually, what were we discussing? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
I actually heard this on another interview recently. I think it was Obama, and he said it's not a Christmas movie.
I know, but it is. It just so is.
I mean, yeah, I think it can be. I think it's all about.
What do you think, Anna? Is it?
I can't even remember. I do you know what? I literally haven't seen it for so many years, but I do vaguely remember watching it at Christmas for some reason. So, so what is that? I don't know.
So basically, we're all saying that Bruce Willis is wrong in his assumption.
Now we have to say Obama is wrong, which is really
Oh.
hard to do. But he's wrong. He's wrong.
We're not allowed to say that ever.
That's almost like when next year comes along, can't say first rule about 2020, 2021 is you don't talk about 2020.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We gotta get all of it out now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, don't. I had to cross into the Welsh from England to Wales last night.
Oh yeah, did you guys have a big rush before midnight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally kept on thinking that it kind of felt like we were rushing out of East Germany. Someone's going to come and stop us.
Wow.
Right.
So are you guys stuck? Are you guys basically stuck in place for 3 weeks now, or?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
I think so. I think we're not allowed to do anything, as far as I know. Ever again.
We're kind of not allowed to do that beforehand anyway.
What's that?
We weren't allowed to really do anything beforehand anyway. So
No.
it's a change for us in dear old England.
Oh dear.
Well, it's got to be done, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the ones who's just joined us, we're just on about Mr. Christmas. We did say beforehand what our favourite Christmas movies are.
Ah, right.
We
Okay.
got as far as, 4 for The Grinch and 2 for Elf, but I will warn you, if you go against The Grinch, my friend Nathaniel will not be very happy because he loves that movie.
I do.
He does.
Did anyone mention Miracle on 34th Street? Or
Somebody did.
I did.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
I love Miracle. I mean, but I was going to say Elf and Miracle on 34th Street are my all-time. And obviously, presumably everybody's said It's a Wonderful Life, obviously.
Actually, we have not, and I feel really bad about myself now because you're absolutely right.
I started crying after about sort of 3 seconds in.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
White Christmas for me.
Ooh.
is an all-time.
Nice choice.
The dancing, the
Oh,
wardrobe.
White Christmas. Yes, yes.
It's so beautiful, and I want the entire wardrobe of that set. All of it. All of it. It's so good.
I think Home Alone. I don't know if anyone mentioned Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
White Christmas and Home Alone for me are like a
Yeah.
happy tie.
And I also really like the Santa Claus movies. They're really fun.
All three of them?
I mean, the first one's the best, obviously.
Yes,
But
okay.
I will watch the other two if they're on.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
But the first one, obviously, is the best for sure.
Yes.
We should have worst Christmas movies too.
Oh God.
For me,
I would like to cast my vote for Christmas with the Cranks. Don't free Frosty.
I actually like that movie.
Christmas with the Cranks is like something I'll watch if it's on TV and I have nothing better to watch for a Christmas movie. So it's not horrible, but it's
I've never seen it.
There.
Okay. Picture the Santa Claus, but Santa has lost all of his likability, as does like many of the characters. If you're into that and you're into a spot where Christmas is this sort of draconian dictatorship, please go ahead watch. Yeah, please watch Christmas with the Cranks. If that's your cup of tea, it'll be perfect.
Tim Allen is also in that movie. So
Yeah.
I will say one thing. I absolutely cannot stand Deck the Halls.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
One reason alone. I don't like Matthew Broderick with a passion. I hate him.
Why?
Because I just don't. I don't like. He literally. He's kind of like. I'll say he's kind of like the male version of Kate Bosworth. Whenever he's in something, I don't really want to see what he's in. I don't like him as an actor. I'm sure he's a nice guy, in real life. But as far as his acting goes, I'm not really a big fan. It's kind of like I said, I'm not a big fan of Kate Bosworth. There's quite a few I'm not a fan of, but at the same time, sometimes I appreciate what they do, because there's been movies where I'm not exactly a big fan of what they do. It's kind of like Adam Sandler in Hotel Transylvania. Not a big fan of his, but I did like him in it. And good evening, Charlotte.
Hi. How are you?
How are you?
I'm okay, thanks, but I just broke my ring light, so not good.
So we were just, in fact, what were we on about? We've talked about that much. I can't even remember.
You were destroying Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, I was destroying Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. So needless to say, Dean, I'm just gonna send a message off right now. We need to get Matthew Broderick on this show.
I was about to say that he's one of my best friends, but he's not. But
Oh.
I would happily.
I'd like doing it.
I would have loved it, honestly.
I
don't hate him, but I do have to agree with you. Sometimes I kind of wonder what the heck. But he did some great movies when he was a kid, though.
Yeah.
War Games is one of the best movies of all damn time.
Funny thing about War Games, I believe that was actually came out in the year I was born.
Wow.
I know.
I think I was 16. I'm old.
What year was it? It was about 87.
83.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was 15.
Definitely alive.
I know it's supposed to be like 45 minutes, and I know everyone's got I'll say you got a time limit that they need to go before they go. So I'm not sure if you all need to go or anything, but if anybody wants to plug anything, then by all means do. I mean, I would just like to. In fact, I'll let Nathan plug so he can let everybody know what we're working on in the next year.
Do you want all of it?
All of it.
All of it. Okay.
Like Matthew Broderick. Do it like Matthew Broderick.
Got it. Well,
I would like that Matthew Broderick, because I'm going to roast him. I'm going to roast him even worse than Catherine Ryan would roast someone. In fact, she's actually a Canadian comedian, but basically you would not want to get on the bad side of her.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, hello. I am Eric Cartman. I am not Matthew Broderick, but I do have a Christmas album coming out. It is called Cartman's Ultimate Christmas Carols. I just have to figure out the best site to host it on. But then, yeah, that's going to be out. You can listen to it. You can love it.
And aside from that, there's also Dr. J's Self-Help, the brand new podcast wherein I help all of the wonderful people with all their precious little problems in life. So, for example, we would take someone like Dean and someone like Matthew Broderick and just say, Dean, just give in to your love of Matthew Broderick already. Just watch The Music Man and let Harold Hill take you away. Aside from that, there's also HHH Pokemon Journey coming out in 2021 for Final Cut. It's available on everything. We also have another podcast, Body Slams and Dropkicks. And my good friend, Michael Fraser, regardless of what he says, would kill me if I did not say he's got a comic book coming out, God knows when, called Paranormal Patrollers. That is right, Paranormal Patrollers. It is where I, Professor Philip Wood, and my wonderful cast of ragtag group of teenagers go around solving all sorts of paranormal mysteries. If you say it's like Scooby-Doo, it is not, I guarantee you. And I think that's about everything.
Ooh.
So we got a lot on next year, ladies and gents. I'm actually quite looking forward to the Triple H Pokemon Journey, because I have actually seen the first 2 episodes. And what would you describe it as, Nathan? I describe it as almost not so much sarcastic, but it's kind of like really comedic in it.
It's called parody, Dean.
There you go. Give me a break. It's 6:15 here. I've had a long day. Give me a break.
Oh, get off your soapbox, Dean. It's Christmas.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm wearing a Santa's hat?
Why do you think you've got me wearing this elf hat and had me talk like this for fun?
I was specifically told if I did not wear a Santa hat or an elf hat, I would be crucified. And if I wore a Santa hat, I would be called Beta Santa.
I'm not guilty. I did not say that.
You did say the Beta Santa.
I did say, hold on a minute. I believe my other half said, if I'm going to be Santa, you have to be an elf.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But you did say you are Alpha Santa. If I'm Santa, I'm Beta Santa. So, I mean, I couldn't get the BS logo quite right, so I just showed up with the elf hat. And
hope for the best.
There we go. So that's what we've got coming up in the next year. Obviously, if you guys here would love another interview, I am always available, and I'd love to have you all back on. So,
can I put a plug in for our Christmas movie that's on at the moment?
By all means.
It is because we were supposed to have a big cinema release. It's the sequel to A Gift from Bob, and it's the Christmas Gift from Bob, and it's now on, instead of being in the cinemas, sadly, because no one's allowed to ever go to cinema again, it's on Amazon, surprisingly.
And it does I have actually
they're
seen
making even more money.
So I can second that.
What's it called?
It's called A Christmas Gift from Bob, and it's a true story. It's a sequel to A Gift from Bob, which is about a homeless guy, and it's a true story about him and his a cat who kind of saved him. He was a drug addict on the streets in London, and this little ginger cat basically saved his life. And very sadly, this year, the real Bob, who is in the film, died, which was awful. He was run over, which is really sad. But in his memory, anyway, the film's there on Amazon at the moment. So, and it's a lovely kind of Christmas and meaningful Christmas movie. It'll be the favourite Christmas movie for the next year's Christmas podcast, obviously.
We'll see about that, because I plan on having another one like this.
No, but I don't want it to be the one of the worst Christmas movies.
Oh no, I can think of a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell, for one, is probably the worst Christmas movie for me. So probably.
Which
one?
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of Will Ferrell, to be honest.
What? Okay, I'm not a big fan of Will Ferrell either, but I love that movie.
That's you.
But I love Will Ferrell. Why do you? Oh.
I love that movie.
I'm a little bit with you too. I'm not a huge. I think Elf. I can only watch so many times now, but.
I'm sorry, Elf. I love. Anchorman is one of my favorites of all time.
Anchorman is good with him in it. I will admit that.
Lego Movie. I know
Lego Movie is great. That's I don't really consider that a Will Ferrell movie though.
No,
I
no,
consider that
it's a Lego movie.
yeah, I consider that as Lego. It's glorious.
Fair enough. So we've had Final Cuts plug and we've had Anna's plug. Has anybody else got anything to plug while we're here?
Well, okay, I'm going to plug again Christmas Chronicles 2, which I guess will not be the
I love
movie
it.
of all time. I was in that.
That was great. Great
I
job.
was a dancing security guard at the end.
You killed it.
He literally killed it.
You killed it.
And then
Yes!
Big Sky on ABC. I'm on that for about 8 episodes, which is a very good show. So check that out if you can. Big Sky. It's on ABC and Hulu, and I guess that's it.
We love Christmas Chronicles. We watched them both last night.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of a nice guy, Kurt Russell's a great guy.
He's amazing. And in that, I was like, and my children were literally obsessed with him and his hair.
That's his real damn hair.
It's his voice
real
too.
hair.
His real hair.
That's his real hair. And
Yeah,
he's
and
like
his voice,
he's older than me, and I was the one getting tired from all that attempted dancing. He was
killing it.
So I think that's my plug.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Kurt Russell is on the email list for interviews next year. Whether I'll get him or not will be a different story.
Good luck.
I'll need him and a lot of luck to get him and Goldie Hawn. I have tried though. I am trying.
It was really nice when you just see, because so we watched them together, and when you see Goldie Hawn, I was like, oh my God, it's Goldie Hawn. It was like, we're like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, they're good movies.
Yeah, they really are.
You want to know something? I saw Goldie Hawn in Christmas Chronicles. I'm like, is that really Goldie Hawn? I actually thought it was Kate Hudson for a minute. She looks so
Really?
75.
She's 75.
Yeah. She's 6
Are you
years
serious?
older than Kurt, if you can believe it.
Wow.
Really?
From how she looks.
75.
Yeah,
Dang.
I know.
That's goals.
The only thing I want to say is I'm literally half of her age. And when I get to her age, I want to look as good as that.
That's what I mean. Have that energy.
That is the goal.
I already know I'm not going to, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she was born November 21st, 1945.
Dang.
4 years older than my dad and 6 years older than my mum.
Mm-hmm.
And they're definitely showing their age. So that's kind of says something how well Goldie takes care of herself.
That California sun.
Indeed.
And being taken care of.
Maybe. Maybe. Has anybody else got anything to plug?
I've got an update on Mia.
Ooh.
So we haven't started filming for it yet, but the screenplay has got a few nominations, one for Amsterdam International, Prisma Festival, and SWN. So that's really good for us. It's a good starting point. So yeah, it's my first festival nominations as well.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Anybody else?
I'll go. I have a film called Limbo with James Purefoy that's out now on Amazon and also IMDb TV if you have that app. So that you can get like on your Fire Stick or yeah. So it's about a murderer that goes to literally limbo to decide if he's going to go to heaven or hell. So yeah.
He's a nice guy, James.
What?
James Purefoy's a nice guy. I did a film with him a long time ago in Italy. Yeah,
Yes,
lovely.
he's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's no Matthew Broderick, but you know.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Dean. As a Christmas gift to you, I have messaged your other half. She is working very diligently as of right now to get Matthew Broderick on this show just for you. Merry Christmas, buddy.
All right, as long as I don't have Sarah Jessica Parker going on about Sex in the City, I'll be fine.
Really?
That would be a gift.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure it'd be a gift for me. It'd probably be my name. I feel like Raj Kufrapali from Big Bang Theory, who cries at the mere thought of Sex in the City.
It's so good.
Yeah, I watched the entire series of Sex and the City whilst pregnant, and I wasn't very well. And I remember I literally was like, I binge watched it like literally the whole, like every single episode.
Many times over.
Nathan, I do not desperately want Sarah Jessica Parker. How dare
Oh, yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Think about it. Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker all on the same podcast.
Oh, but I'll tell you what.
It would be one. I'm thinking that we invite everyone back here.
I would actually ask Sarah Jessica Parker about Flight of the Navigator, because that's one of my favourite 80s movies. I would actually ask her about that, I'll be honest.
See? I'm only here to help.
That's what good elves do, Dean.
I'm not quite sure if you're a good elf or not.
Oh,
I
you
don't know,
baby
actually. Is he a good elf or is he not, ladies and gents?
I would say so.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Elves are always a bit naughty.
Thank you.
Oh, he is that. Don't take my word for it. Take Face's word for it. Right. Has anybody got anything else to plug?
Oh.
We've gone through everything we're on about.
Everyone's like, this year's been.
Everyone's like, what's work?
Not one of those years that kind of.
It has been, actually.
That much going on. It's basically plugging repeats of all the things that you've been in over the last 20 years that are now on.
Right. They're like finally on Netflix.
Yeah. I would actually like to say something just before we go any further, which is, aside, I know Nathan, me and Fraser started this podcast. Well, we started Body Slams and Dropkicks, and I actually this wasn't the original plan for this podcast, because the guy I did it with wanted to keep it to once a month. But when we had our first lockdown between March and July, we had it on a weekly basis, and I just enjoyed it so much that I couldn't go back to once a month. It just didn't feel right. And since I started doing this on a weekly basis in July, I must admit I've had probably the best time that I've had in a long time. And I'm going to be brutally honest now. I'm not going to say this just because you guys are here, but you guys have been some of the best interviewees I've had. I really, I've had so much fun, and none of you have been difficult whatsoever. I'm not going to say who is the most difficult, but I know who he is. You will probably deny it. Don't worry, it's not Patrick. Just so we're clear, it's not Patrick. I could say it's Nathan, but that would be telling a big white lie, and I can't because it's Christmas time. But I will say, from the bottom of my heart, I will say thank you to everyone I've interviewed, and for everyone who's been here tonight. I know it's afternoon and morning where some of you guys are, but it is actually evening here in England. So I will say thank you very much, and you guys and gals are always welcome back on whenever you want. All you need to do is hit me up with an email, and I will have you on a Sunday or an interview or whatever. Honestly, I could not have asked for a better bunch of interviewees ever. I really could not have.
He legitimately gushes about all of you all the time.
Baby Yoda here.
Okay. If it adds credence to his words, he legitimately talks about all of you all the time with such an era of grace and just For example, oh, look at Rebecca. She was so wonderful when I interviewed her. I'm so happy that she's coming back for the Christmas show. It was legitimately the best gift you could have gotten him. And I'm saying that just, yeah. So like everybody in general, like he talks so highly of each and every one of you. And I'm so happy to have met you all. I wish you all nothing but the best in your careers. Please come back. I need somebody to help me harass Dean. It's very difficult.
It is quite. It is, to be fair. Right,
Thank
so
you.
just before we finish, simply because I bet everyone's on a deadline. I know I actually had a limit for my manager for 45 minutes, so.
No one's got anywhere to go, Dean.
Oh, that's fair enough.
There's no deadline. Like, no, we have nothing. I have to stay at my.
Oh, fair enough, then we can carry on.
What is
Oh, I know.
Cook some food, cook some dinner, you know.
already been there and done that, by the way.
I'm only one Starbucks coffee away from a free one, so that's all I got to do.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
exciting. I have exams if anyone wants to write those for me.
What subject?
There you go.
The course that I have to do today is just English composition, so a couple of essays.
I can do that as long as it's not science. I'm fine. My dad was
Yeah,
English.
no.
Even Valerie could voice as Kuntu Khan and just have a word with him saying she is not doing this today. Otherwise, I will hunt you down with my sword and I will decapitate you.
What?
Yeah, you could literally decapitate them as a threat. Not that you actually would, but you could just use it as your Kuntu Khan voice. I mean, it would work.
I will be more than happy to write your essay for you. Just do not care about your GPA at all.
Yeah.
I'll be brutally honest, I would probably be worse than he would, so I can't really do it.
I'd have to write it by hand and use whiteout. I remember when we had like rough copies and good copies. That's how old I am.
Yes.
We used to write it by hand.
Whiteout. They still sell that.
And the whole key was to try to get the rough copy good enough that you didn't have to do a good copy again by hand. So you try to get your rough copy in one fell swoop.
I don't even think they teach cursive writing or any of that anymore. I don't think, hey?
My little boy has cursive. He does proper cursive curly writing. I know, it's really nice. It's
nice, yeah.
Real
anyone
relief
else-
from the screens.
Is anyone else using voice messages and literally going ... as if you're talking to text? I'll call someone up and say, okay, hey, how you doing? ... Literally leaving a voice message on their voicemail. Because I'm so used to doing it when I'm texting.
Oh, when you like do like your scary texting?
Yes. Like, okay, I'll be there in 5 minutes, ... And I literally leave it
Sad
on.
emoji, happy emoji,
Yeah.
big heart. Thank you, Hans.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's bad.
Right, guys. Our other co-host is somewhere. The only problem is he's on Child Watch this morning. Well, it's his morning, so we could invite him in, but but it would be very noisy. But then again, it's entirely up to you guys. We can invite him in if you want.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a democracy, after all.
Well, you'd like to think so.
Yeah, we're America's
Here
hanging
and
by.
now, but nowhere else in the world.
Yeah, America's barely hanging on.
Right. The invite has been sent, so all we've got to do now is wait for it. Oh yeah, there is something we should tell you about our other co-host, Nathan. I believe this is your territory. After all, he made that bet with you.
Which one?
Yeah. In fact, which one? Oh yeah.
The good one?
Yes, the good one. Yes.
The good one?
Very
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Eric Cartman. I was asked to come on this podcast and talk like this for 3 hours straight. And I did it. So please, when Michael Fraser comes into the chat, especially if he does, ask him about Elsa. He will love it.
Yeah, do ask him about that.
About who?
Elsa?
As in Frozen.
Frozen. Yes.
Oh, is that a go?
Yeah.
I'm so old. I was thinking of Born Free, the lion. That's how old I am. So why do we ask him about Born Free?
Yeah. That's actually a good point. We want
Free
something.
Grass grows. Born free to follow her heart. That's how old I am. I know that stupid song.
It's a beautiful song.
It is.
I thought you were going to break into it then. No.
Born free as the wind blows, as free as the grass grows. Born free to follow her heart. Something like that. And the lions are-
Born free as the wind blows, as long as the grass grows, born into her heart.
Oh, we have a special guest, Nathaniel.
We do?
We do have a special guest.
Where is he?
He's coming. He's joining. He's still joining. This could go on for like... he's here somewhere.
There he is!
Where is our beloved co-host? Oh, our beloved co-host isn't talking. Oh.
Hello. Oh, there.
Here he is.
There he
Here's
goes.
our
There
beloved-
he is!
What's going on?
Oh, we were just waiting for you, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's tantrum, so I kind of had to take care of that. And I know you didn't. You kind of, said like last time about the kids. So.
Well, I didn't really. I didn't. But yeah, I would have. I did say if you want to come in, mate, you have to go. Oh, by the way, everyone, this is Michael, or as Nathan calls him, Fraser, and that lovely piece of gorgeousness you see is his daughter Helena.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello.
She is officially Body Slams and Dropkicks' first inductee into our Hall of Fame.
Aw.
So
How
Fraser,
old-
you're
how
not
old is
missing
she?
much. We've literally got on about Christmas movies. Oh yes, we also told them how your Halloween movie argument kind of went a bit pear-shaped, and your Christmas one went even more pear-shaped.
And
Old takes
Fraser,
comedic.
and
Oh,
and Fraser, we told them about something else too.
that you think Shawn Michaels is the worst wrestler on the planet?
No, that's not it. That is not it.
This is what
Oh,
I'm
so-
like on a daily basis. It's like dealing with two children.
It was about how you asked me to come on the podcast and talk like this for 3 hours straight, and so I did it, and so I made you sing a song. What was that song again, Fraser?
Frozen's Let It Go. You had me sing with my daughter, which I was totally okay with. It's just
Yeah.
I don't sing.
No.
And what happened afterwards, Fraser?
Oh, my daughter had to put makeup on me, but like
Yeah.
that stuff. So
It was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
It was the best.
Just like we actually took away the makeup part of the whole punishment thing for him. She insisted, and it was beautiful. I've never laughed so hard in my life.
How are things?
can I do it again? Because I'll do anything for my daughter.
Whoa. Are you saying that you would do it again in front of all of these people?
No, I'm saying if my daughter wants to continue
Oh.
with her artistic skills, then I won't mind her doing art on me.
Got it. Helena, do you want to continue with your artistic skills?
Well,
Helena, don't listen to that bad.
Hey, Elena, I have a
He's
joke
not
for
gonna
you.
touch me, bad one.
I know one kid's
Say
joke.
it's
Can I
like-
play my one kid's joke?
Helena,
What
your
did the
joke?
really upset and really scared and really distressed strawberries say to each other? How the heck do we get in this jam?
what?
That's good.
That is good.
You want to hear it again?
You want to hear the joke again?
Yeah.
Okay, Elena, what did the really scared, really upset, and really distressed strawberries say to each other? How the heck did we get in this jam?
There it goes.
She's like, now I get it.
The only kid's joke I know.
I don't know any, so yeah. I'm right. But Nathan knows a few, though.
I do, but I do, but I'm not gonna say them because it's at her dad's expense, and I don't want to do that because I'm a good person.
Could you seriously believe a face like that is innocent and lovely? Now, he does look innocent, but me and Fraser know better. We do actually physically know better. There you go. Oh yeah, Fraser, since you are our other co-host, what's your favourite Christmas movies?
Oh, one of my favorite ones, which took me a few to find, was The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. I think it's based on a book where he was raised by forest nymphs. It's actually pretty good. I actually like Eight Crazy Nights. I like Santa Claus. It's Coming to Town. A lot of more of the like classic ones, where it's like the stop motion figures.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Nathan, do you know what we could do?
What could we do?
You know, since our co-host is literally a walking encyclopedia of comic books.
Ooh, he is.
We could have our own version of one of the season finales of Big Bang Theory, where Mark Hamill is literally doing nothing but asking questions about Star Wars. So if anyone has any questions about Marvel or DC or Star Wars, then Fraser is your man.
Mr. Fraser, why the heck did they call Baby Yoda Roku?
That's probably one
Grogu.
I can't answer.
I'm really going over this because, as far as I know, there's no explanation on that, but that was his name.
Not good, not good. Let's see.
Right, yeah. Let's actually see. Let's brainstorm one.
Here's a good one. Mr. Fraser, why do all the stormtroopers miss?
Either bad aim or bad eyesight, and the fact that the armor.
I mean, we're standing right there. And for the record, why did Disney make the lightsabers far less powerful? Like, wham, damn, thank you, man. Like, I'm sorry, just take one shot and then my arm falls off. Disney's, you gotta go all the way in there to hopefully get something. Like, it's just like, oh no, I lightly grazed myself with this super powerful weapon. Go ahead, defend Disney Star Wars, Fraser.
That's probably the one thing you can't answer.
I'm not gonna defend the sequel trilogy.
You can't. To be fair,
Okay,
I can't defend it either.
Do you believe in the myth that Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be a super powerful Sith Lord?
I actually believe in that. I think George Lucas actually toyed with that idea.
Well, there's one comic that shows that he has lightsaber prowess. He used it on a mission he was with Commander Rex, and then a minute Rex saw him, he actually drops the saber and acts really incompetent again.
But
yeah, a lot of people like the whole Sith Lord theory.
Was he supposed to be a Sith Lord or a Jedi?
There's this fan theory that people like to do because everyone hates Jar Jar, that he was a Sith Lord and stuff. So there's this whole joke about Jar Jar being Darth Jar Jar.
Okay, here's another one I got for you. I'm just throwing it out there. So Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Spider-Man. What if either one of them decided to have offspring? Would they get the spider powers or not?
Actually, Peter has a daughter in an alternate community called Renew Your Vows, and she has spider powers. She also attends Xavier's school for gifted use.
Now, I don't know if you've seen the Uber ads out there with Patrick Stewart and Mark Hamill.
I know of them,
No.
but I have not seen them.
Just know they're the only commercials I cannot skip on YouTube. They're so much fun. They're so surreal. So who would win in a fight? Captain Picard
Ooh.
or Luke Skywalker?
Does
That
Luke
is
have
actually a good question.
a lightsaber? Because that's not fair then.
No.
You're talking a bar fight?
But then again,
Yeah.
wouldn't Jean-Luc have Q show up?
Some more?
Sorry?
No, you said a bar fight. I said all thumb war. Sorry.
Yeah, thumb war.
Oh, well. What the? Yeah. Okay. So to clarify this, Luke will not have his lightsaber. Patrick is right. That would be far too unfair.
So does that mean Patrick is Q up by his side?
Yes, because Luke still has force powers.
Well, in that case, Jean-Luc wins because you know what Q is like. He couldn't leave poor Jean-Luc alone enough.
Well, I think Picard would just try to reason with him if they would come down to more of that. If it was Kirk would just throw the first punch. So
yeah, Picard would wait for Data to come.
Exactly.
Okay.
So.
Okay, Fraser, piss off the Star Wars or Star Trek community even more. Picard or Kirk?
Kirk.
One vote, Kirk.
I gotta give the Kirk. I don't know what I think because of the cheese and everything of the original, and that fight scene, the lizard when he's throwing the rock and everything. Yeah. I feel like, and he did also fight Spock, so I think Kirk in a fist fight would win. Mm-hmm. If it was more of a debate between like the public and masses, I think Picard would win because Picard's very particular in the way he speaks, and Kirk's more of like that gun-ho, punch you, get the girl kind of character.
He also had no help.
So it depends on the scenario of the combat. So
I said he had no help with CGI either. So it's like he did it all with he genuinely did it.
I gotta go Picard.
I grew up with Jean-Luc, so I will say Jean-Luc.
To Picard, to Kirk.
But like I said, it depends on the way they're fighting.
Okay, who would win in a fight? Wesley Crusher or Chekhov?
Oh, Chekhov.
Chekhov.
You think
Who's
so?
the other guy? Wesley who?
Wesley Crusher, who was played by Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton's also the worst D&D player in existence.
Not to mention Chekhov had SETI eels in his ears, and he survived that, so he gets my vote. Does anyone actually? Do you know what? Let's test it out. Does anyone actually have any questions about any of Disney's upcoming TV series or movies that we're not quite sure about, but Fraser might be able to enlighten them with? Because there has been a lot announced, so, and he's the first person I go to if I'm unsure of anything. And what, 99 times out of 100, he does actually know. So
they've got so much stuff coming out now.
He knows a lot.
I don't even know what's coming out. No.
Oh, where do we start? Actually, Fraser, where do we start? I don't literally know.
There's a bunch of the Star Wars stuff. There's like Rogue Squadron. The games were really good, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with it with Johnny Pinkins directing. We got what was the Rangers of the Republic?
The Rangers of the Republic.
We got a Social Show.
Yeah. There's the Book of Boba Fett, which is being released this time next year, which will be interesting.
Are these all TV shows or movies?
Both.
Wow. Are they gonna integrate X-Men into the Marvel universe? That's what I want to know.
At some point, I think the goal is for the next phase. But the only problem is you would have to then cast who to play who. I did actually hear a rumor that one of the guys that was rumored to play Magneto in the lead was Dan Stevens from Downton Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dan.
And Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, indeed.
And Night in the Museum,
which is what I first knew him from.
Too.
It is actually weird because I didn't actually really know him from Downton Abbey. I knew of him in Downton Abbey, but I didn't really know him until I actually watched the movie called The Guest, and it was like, wow, he's good.
Wait, what movie?
The Guest.
The Guest. Oh, right.
And what about Deadpool? Are they going to throw Deadpool in there too?
Fraser?
Dear God, I hope so.
They will at some point. If not, they'll just have Ryan Reynolds release something that'll make them release Deadpool 3. But I think Deadpool 3 is coming out. I'm just not sure when, because obviously with everything that's going on. What was I going to say? We mentioned Rogue Squadron, haven't we? Ahsoka's coming, but I don't know if anyone has watched Mandalorian, and I sort of went over this earlier, but there is a lot that needs to be explored. I mean, I've watched Star Wars Rebels, and I've watched Star Wars. What was that other one? Oh yeah, Star Wars Clone Wars. There's some characters in both that are coming to live action. I mean, Ahsoka, who was in both, was played by Rosario Dawson in season 2 of The Mandalorian. So there is others. Grand Admiral Thrawn, who is basically a master strategist. Rumor has it the guy who voiced him in Rebels, which is Mads Mikkelsen's brother Lars, will be playing him in live action, but there's nothing concrete yet. But I actually would like it if Lars played him. He played. Who was it he played? Fraser. Who did he play in Witcher? Oh, I forgot his name now.
Who play in Witcher?
Lars Mikkelsen.
I don't know who Lars Mikkelsen is. I know like probably the characters, but I don't usually know the actor names because I don't watch stuff really for actors.
I can't remember his name. It's absolutely eluded me. He was I think he was a sorcerer who asked for Geralt's help in the first episode. I think it was.
Yeah, I don't know the actor's name.
But yeah, that's who it is. That's who Lars Mikkelsen is. I can't remember.
Oh, nice.
Right, let me just find out quickly, and I'll tell you who it is.
Okay,
I hate to interrupt.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I have something scheduled that I have to head off to.
Yeah, no worries.
So I just wanted to say thank you. It was so nice meeting everyone, and thank you for having me for the Christmas special. And I hope everyone has a safe and healthy Christmas.
And thank you for coming
Same
on
to you.
as always.
Yeah.
And one, if not all of us, look forward to seeing you in 2021.
Yes, we're all going to be on the big screen, so
Yeah.
I will see you guys all there.
Take care of yourself.
See you later.
Bye. Thank you.
I am getting there, don't worry. Stregobor, that's it. I can't remember his name for a minute. Razor played Stregobor in The Witcher.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't normally when I watch stuff that I'm interested in, it's not normally for actors. Usually, just like I was hyped when Henry Cavill got cast in The Witcher, and he's a diehard Witcher fan, so it's interesting all the behind the scenes stuff with him.
Yeah. One thing I will say, I remember watching him on Graham Norton, and I literally could not believe what he did. It was kind of like a water diet, where I think it was for the first day, you had like, what was it? You had 2 liters of water. On the second day, you had half a liter, and then on the third day, you drank no water whatsoever. I'm like that. I don't even know what if that even classes as. Aside from, you could say, not so much determination, but dedication to the cause, you could say.
Well, but what effect does that have on you?
I think apparently your skin's supposed to thin out so much that you really see more muscle than you usually would.
Ah, okay. I'll try that.
I wouldn't work on me anyway.
Well, the best is one of the iconic moments in the game, and he knew people would complain, so he had to like look the part.
I think to be fair, everybody complains about something. I mean, Star Wars fans are and DC are some of the worst. I mean, I love the original trilogy. I didn't mind 1, 2, and 3. I didn't really like 1. Kind of ish and ish on 2, but love 3. 7, 8, and 9 can't stand.
I'm the same. I call it the forces hitting the snooze button. All the new ones suck.
Yeah.
And don't even talk to me about Solo. Don't even talk to me about Solo.
I hate it. I just hate it. It's like there's supposed to be a sequel.
I like Lando now.
Why do I want a sequel to a movie I don't even like?
Here's what drove me crazy about that movie. Is he's going to get the most powerful entity in the universe, not just the galaxy. It's guarded by one guy. So then he puts all these tubes onto a cart with wheels, walks out in a firefight. The freaking Millennium Falcon has a ramp, and he takes them up one at a time. For God's sakes, push the ramp up and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I know.
I was done once I saw that.
It'd be an interesting thing to think. Are there any sequels that are better than the original?
Empire.
Terminator 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, there's loads.
Evil Dead.
Die Hard 2, I think it's better.
Yeah. Okay. It was
Well,
not very.
Well, as Empire, I'm trying to think what else there is. What have I got in my collection? Definitely not Alien v Predator, because that was just a disaster. Aliens.
Yeah, I think I was thinking more of like, I'm in kind of the Disney frame of mind, thinking, you know, like when they have a Disney, the first Disney's always, and then the second Disney's, they've kind of cut the budget by, you know, sort of.
Yeah, those direct to DVDs. Gotcha.
Yeah, Frozen 2 does not come into that discussion. I'm sorry.
No. You're right. You're right. We're watching that tonight, actually. We're doing a Frozen double.
Do the Frozen double bill.
With, yeah, I mean, not me and my husband, but me and my children.
Is that singing along to it?
Oh God, yeah, of course, yeah, always, yeah, always.
I've managed to avoid that somehow. Thank God.
Oh,
done well, sir.
No, don't avoid it. Do it tonight.
Really?
Patrick, I envy you. I envy you. Do not do it. As someone who was a camp counselor for, well, when Frozen came out, I was a camp counselor. I'll put it that way. And you had to learn that song. It was a prerequisite, and it burns into your soul every single day.
Yeah, my niece sang it every day, but I somehow avoided having to watch the movie. Luckily.
Thank God.
I watched Lip Sync Battle, and I can't get the view of Channing Tatum dressed up as Elsa out of my head.
What? Oh, yeah.
Probably the best lip sync battle I've ever seen, where him and his ex-wife Jenna Dewan absolutely went at each other. Although I must admit, I was absolutely shocked that Channing somehow got Beyonce on his team. It's kind of like, as soon as Beyonce came out, everyone just lost their minds. Even Chrissy Teigen, who's the commentator, she lost her mind. I'm like, well, yeah, this is Beyonce. What did you expect? Did you expect a picnic in the park?
Anyway, I'm gonna have to take my pill for my thingy, but I'm gonna head out of here too. But have a good Christmas.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, everybody.
So
Have a
much.
good New Year.
Same to you.
Thank you, mate.
Cool. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay,
Happy
see you later.
Christmas, everybody. I'm going to do my Frozen double bill.
All right.
Food.
Thanks again.
Bye.
6. Where you were going?
Oh.
There we go.
He's gone. Well then, that leaves one there, Charlie. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I mean, I have been really busy, but yeah, I'm okay.
Anything you care to talk about while me and my co-hosts are here? Or anything you can talk about, I should say.
I haven't actually watched any Christmas movies yet. It's really bad, isn't it?
I don't think it is.
I feel like
To be honest with you, Charlie, my family isn't really good with tasting movies. I mean, my mum seems to think that the quintessential movie for her is Titanic. So, as far as I'm concerned, the bar has been set pretty low.
It's a bit of a tid.
Not when you literally watch the same day every week without fail. It's just like going to the same room and the same part's on, and you're like, oh my God, have you not watched this part yet? She's like, yes, I have. But it's just a case of this is where it's at. And I'm like, oh my God. She put me off that movie for life. Even though it's a James Cameron movie and I love James Cameron, I just can't watch it anymore.
Yeah. You must be numb to it now.
Pretty much. The minute someone mentions Titanic, I'm like, I'm gone. I just.
Yeah, I rarely watch it. So when I do, it's quite sad.
I know.
So where are we all kind of broadcasting from?
I'm in England, as you know, and my two co-hosts are from the opposite sides of Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fraser, I believe, is in British Columbia. I think I'm right in saying that. Who is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nathan, I forget where you're from, mate.
Waterloo, couldn't escape if I wanted to. Waterloo, Ontario, Canada.
Nice.
He's in wrestling country, basically.
I've never. I want to go.
Neither have I. I would, to be honest with you, I would have, when this is done, I would happily go to Canada, just because obviously we watch a lot of Arrowverse between us, and it's mainly filmed in Vancouver, and the cities that they use is just absolutely gorgeous. Plus, if you're a proper comic book geek and you can find a place where Oliver Queen and Felicity got married, then that's perfect. I would actually love to get married in the exact same spot where Felicity and Ollie got married.
I watched Enola Holmes, and I think it's probably one of my favourite films of this year.
I need to watch that so badly, but unfortunately, this is the problem. When you have Mandalorian fans like we do, everything else just does not matter. It's like, right, come on, first one, go on, that's it. I must admit, I haven't watched it all, but Enola Holmes has been on my watch list for ages. I just never have got round to watching it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely just how they made it so clever. And I love Millie Bobby Brown.
Who doesn't? I will administer a confession here. I've never watched Stranger Things.
Ooh.
Yes, I know.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the biggest problem with streaming services is the worst problem. There's always too much on. There's too much choice. You have say, I don't know, say Kissing Booth one day, the next day that gets shoved out God knows where, and it's replaced with something else. But it is on my watch list, and I think I might have a bit more time in January to actually try and watch something. So I will actually try and watch it in January. I know it's not really good coming from a film host who hasn't actually watched something like that, but there's too much choice and there's too much on.
It's actually a problem. The amount of time like you spend on Netflix or something trying to find ridiculous.
Because first of all, what was it? You had Netflix and Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously Disney Plus has come along.
Yeah.
I mean, over here we have Sky and Now TV, which is like satellite. I mean, well, you know this. We can't watch Wonder Woman because obviously in England it's a bit different because HBO has contract with Sky, so it was Sky that showed Game of Thrones. It showed Watchmen, etc., etc. So even though Wonder Woman is released in cinemas 4 days ago, I think it was. If you can't go to cinema, which a lot of us can't, we have to wait for Sky to finish negotiations for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think rumor is that if Sky is successful, we should be able to watch it on January 16th, I think. That's the theory. Whether it's true or not is a different story. But, oh yeah, we never did get around to asking this. Is there any movies you're excited for next year? Theory, obviously, because obviously everything's been put back. I must admit, Mission Impossible 7 comes to mind.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. World War Z, the sequel.
Is that's finally getting made?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. That's only took about, 5-6 years and a video game as well.
The new Doctor Strange.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's gonna be
And the new Batman.
If it's this, I don't know if it's this year or next year, but I'll go with this year just because they've already started filming it again.
Yeah, one of the few people that are in Batman. Hopefully I'll be in Doctor Strange. And I'm not 100% yet.
I know Fraser's excited to hear that because he is, like I said, he is literally a walking encyclopedia and he loves Doctor Strange.
And we got WandaVision next month.
We have actually. We've got Loki in May and what's coming out in March? Oh, what's coming out in March? I forget.
I think it's Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. It is actually, yeah. But yeah, there's so much. This might actually.
Hawkeye's series is shooting right now.
It is actually shooting now, yeah. I know it sounds a bit weird, but I'm actually looking more forward to all the TV shows that are coming out than I actually am movies. Is that actually weird?
No.
Remember, I don't know if you guys remember this or not. There used to be the olden days where everyone wanted to be in the movie and nobody would dare think about being in the TV series. Now, I think personally, I mean, I'm not an actor or anything like that, obviously, but I find the appeal of being in TV series, because obviously there is more of them than there is before. I find that more appealing than, say, looking forward to a movie. I mean, yes, we have the MCU and the DCEU, we've got all the Star Wars movies, but TV series can go on forever and ever. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, what was that? Was it who was it? What was that TV show? That I think it was General Hospital. I think it is. Because I actually asked, because Patrick was actually in that. It's just a shame he's not here, but yeah. I think it was General Hospital. It's been going for about 13,000 episodes, which is, I can't remember how many years that is. But it's like, if you're in that every episode for 14, 15 seasons, then that's literally, that's kind of like being a teacher and having a job for life, literally.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It is.
It's like Coronation Street. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
It's been going since what? I can't even remember how long that started. I must admit, I ain't watched the soap in ages. I think it's because streaming has kind of took over my streaming and YouTube has took over my not so much the bane of my existence, but I'll say the focus of my existence, because there's just always something on. I mean, I've just finished watching Mandalorian. I must admit, I did watch Exorcist on Amazon, but then I stopped watching it because I actually had a really weird experience one night. I know this might sound a bit freaky and a bit but I finished watching it. I'm not going to say what it is, what happens, because it's too good to spoil. But I remember going into bed, and I thought I heard something. I woke up, and there's literally like a ghost of somebody going down a ladder, and then there's kind of like a young child sat on the table, like with a really grinnish smile, rocking forward with her head going up and down, and I was absolutely freaked out. And I thought, if that's what happens after I watch something like that, I'm not watching that series again.
Jeez.
I know. But the only thing is, it's The Exorcist. Bad things happen with it. I mean, even the movie wasn't exactly what you would call, what would you call it? Wasn't exactly great to work on, and stuff happened. I mean, The Omen was notorious for being quite accidental prone. It is weird, isn't it?
In it.
You don't want to. Although if you did get through to watching it, I would recommend the 70s one, not the one with Liv Schreiber, because a lot of critics don't like it. And to be fair, I have watched Liv Schreiber's one. I don't like it, so I would recommend the 70s one, but I would recommend watching it any time other than when it's dark.
Yeah, I'm not good with horrors.
I love horrors.
Not good. I want to watch them. I think they're really good. It's just I get so scared.
Watch it with the light on. It might ease it off a little. It might ease your suspense a little bit.
Yeah.
Although me and Fraser have actually, we're in a bit. Are we in a bit of a war, Fraser, regarding Evil Dead, or are we just like to the point where we're actually a severe case of we have different opinions about it?
Oh no! It's a war. It's got to be a war.
There was the war.
I should point.
The war will live on.
There's two versions of Evil Dead. There's the 81 which Fraser likes, which basically it was Sam Raimi's breakthrough film. And must admit, I do like it. I like it a lot better than Evil Dead 2, which was basically just a campy, cheesy version of 1. And Evil Dead 3. I do like those, but it was remade 8 or 9 years ago. I think it was 7 or 8 years ago. I'm not quite sure which one it is. Fede Alvarez directed it, but Sam Raimi was present. He was one of the producers, so it was made. I personally think Evil Dead from, I'll say the last couple of years, this decade, was better than Sam Raimi's. So me and Fraser are preparing ourselves for battle next year, and Nathan's going to be the judge, if you like.
Oh, goody. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
He does love being a good judge. The only problem is we just wait for the time when Fraser cocks everything up, as he has done twice in the last 3 months.
We have an over/under on like 15
That's because
now. This is.
Hey, I work late at night, and the time zone difference doesn't help. And I have 2 children, so.
That's why I always win. I mean, granted, I don't have any kids. I will say.
And Dean has Amazon, I have Netflix, so it's a disadvantage every time.
You calling
the effort in.
You calling Netflix a disadvantage? It's a depth of research, dude.
Yeah, but no offense, mate. But
It's a complete disadvantage using Netflix with Amazon.
Thing is, Charlie, he says that, but I actually went through Amazon and Netflix's Christmas choices, and I thought I was absolutely hammered because when I saw what Netflix had, and I actually have watched some of Netflix's Christmas movies, they are absolutely brilliant. But when you compare it to what Amazon has got, Netflix has kind of had me cringing a minute. I thought, oh my god, I'm so dead. I literally had to. What did I say at the time, Nathan? Was it, may I recommend Exhibit B into evidence?
Yes.
Disney Plus's Christmas movies. And I was like, I might have a chance now.
But even if you didn't use Disney Plus, you still would have won because your depth of research.
Batches the Grinch.
He did, which automatically means he loses.
Indeed.
But, I mean, you know.
Hey, if it was comic book, Dean would have lost. I would have beaten Dean without even like opening my comic bin. So.
If he ever have a comic book off, he would wipe my floor with. He would
Yeah.
wipe the floor with me. I will happily admit that.
He would wipe the floor with both of us. That's why we don't do it.
In that case, we need Kevin Smith.
We do. But see, Fraser, the point isn't that you wouldn't wipe the floor with us with comics. The point is we enjoy seeing you lose.
We do, actually. Everyone loves to see a hero lose.
And that's why.
Right.
My charity each year is to help Dean win.
Oh, it's charity, is it, sir?
Oh. Okay, Fraser, what's the charity called? I have to.
It's the Michael Fraser Must Lose charity, in which case he gets all the.
No, it's the Santa Dean charity. See, the leading up to Dean turning into Santa Dean, I had to give him victory after victory to get him to this moment.
I've even got a teapot, a Christmas teapot. Look.
I got. Yeah, but Mel and I had to like hashtag Santa Dean to get you to do it because you're like, no, we have to do it all week to get you to do it.
I must admit, I was actually like, no, I'm not going to put. When you actually said you wanted me to be Santa, I thought you actually meant like the whole outfit. But I was quite happy with the hat. I mean, now that I've got time, I would actually go full Santa next year. I would if everybody wanted me to.
I do.
Why not?
And Nathan has to be a full elf next year.
Oh, that ain't a problem. You're looking at that like that's a problem. That ain't a
All right,
problem.
then what would Fraser be? Well, it could be Rudolph the Red-Nosed.
Reindeer.
Or it could be Fraser the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, but he's got to be in like full reindeer costume. None of that just fancy schmancy reindeer hat stuff.
I tell you what.
That's like easy.
Shall we end it on the fact that Charlie is our witness that we have said at the next time we do this next year, I will be in full Santa outfit. You'll be in a full elf outfit, Nathan.
Yep.
And Fraser, actually we need 2 plans in case you can't get full reindeer outfit. So full reindeer.
Free
outfit.
Frosty,
Give
free
Charlie an
Frosty.
award now. Hold on, we gotta give Charlie an award now. She is the winner of the Final Cut Hunger Games. She's the last one standing. So
Love that.
It is true. Congratulations, Charlie. I'm so proud of you. I knew it was going to be you.
To be fair, we don't actually have a Hall of Fame yet, so.
But we will. So start working on your acceptance speech now.
Okay, for next year, yeah.
We'll send
For
you
the-
an award next year, and we expect a very brilliant acceptance speech. No, but we will get one. We will get it anyway.
Yeah.
We will get it. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for. I can't remember how long it's been. It feels like it's been ages. So with that, we've obviously said everything that we've got coming up. Have you got anything coming up, Charlie, before we finish?
Apart from Mia, which starts filming in the new year.
Do we know when it's going to be out yet? In theory.
Not yet. There's a lot of people involved, so it's just trying to get everyone free at once. So
We'll say in about a year, and we'll say this time next year and see where it is. But hopefully, it will be done by this time next year.
yeah, it should be.
Right then, from the Santa, from the elf, from the very special guest, and from our comic book encyclopedia. Thank you very much for listening, watching, wherever you're from, whether you're streaming us or watching us on YouTube. We will not be back next week because we are doing we're actually taking Christmas off. We think we've earned it after this year. And we've done a lot this year. We've got a lot coming out. So we're going to use them next 2 weeks to sort of plow forward with everything that we've already said. So from me, my Canadian co-host, and the lovely Charlie, see you in 2021. Have a good Christmas. Have a happy New Year. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. Just have a good time.